integrity and that there's not stealing going on. When I was chairman of the Board of Elections in St. Louis, we saw voter election registration fraud. We saw people vote on both sides of the river. We saw people that came to St. Louis from outside of our voting jurisdiction. They said, we believe you're stealing our votes and my vote doesn't count. We have to be we have to be on the forefront of making our elections high in integrity and also in access. Johnny Ashcroft once told me there's two principles, two value statements about elections. Everyone that's qualified to vote should be able to vote. Whether they're handicapped or have work a 20-hour shift on election day, whatever it is, access means participation, which means our democracy. But integrity matters too. And the man I'm going to introduce to you next was elected in 2007 to be the Mississippi Secretary of State, re-elected in 2011. That's why he looks so rested. He's not on the ballot this year. And his name is Delbert Hosemann. He's the Secretary of State of Mississippi. And that's all interesting. But here's the most important part to me. In Mississippi, they put on the ballot an opportunity for the people to vote, to put in their constitution that you would be required to utilize the common sense protection of integrity in the voting process, which is a photo ID. We had it in Missouri. Missouri under Governor Blunt, and the Missouri Supreme Court struck it down as unconstitutional and burdensome. So we're going to have to pass it constitutionally. And here's where all these paths cross. We need change solar to protect our voting. We need to have the vision that Secretary of State Hosemann has had in Mississippi. But here's where they all cross. The Obama administration's Justice Department is holding up the implementation of Mississippi's rights as individuals to amend their own constitution. Listen to me. If you care about the future of this country, you have to vote for Governor Romney to be our next president. And then you have to work your way down the ballot. Do not stop stuffing envelopes. Sharon Barnes, get down there. And then you have to work your way down the ballot, and you have to elect people like Shane Scholler. And before I yield the podium, I want to say, Shane's going through one of the hardest things you can go through in your life. It's not running for office. It's dealing with the loss of a loved one. His mom passed away. His mama passed away a few weeks ago. And this guy is just a fearless conservative who cares. He doesn't need this. He doesn't need the hassle he's getting. But by the time it's done, by the way, there's going to be people that talk about this. Shane. You don't have to say his last name. It's German or something. Just Shane. People will talk from here to the boot heel, from the boot heel to St. Joe. They'll just say Shane, and they'll know who you mean. So let me yield now to the Secretary of State of Mississippi, who is showing us the way and is supporting Shane Scholler, Secretary Hosemann.